I want to talk to you about depression. Just recently, I myself came under what I would refer to as that spirit of depression. Now, on any given day, someone will look at me, or those who know me, they will always feel or see me that I'm always upbeat, seem to have things together and in check. Hey, I don't allow anything to bother me. However, though, I've come to the realization is that I started noticing these certain trends and patterns about my behavior. Whereas that I was one who was known to get up early, whatever things or assignments that I had to do for that day, I would get up and I would make sure I did them all at least before noonday. I would get up in the morning and I would do certain things to help my wife prepare for work. But I noticed that I got to the point where I didn't want to get up. If I did get up, I did it just pressing myself to do it. And once my wife was off to work, I would want to go and get back into bed and sleep till 8, 9, 10 o'clock, which was totally out of character for myself. So I just began to observe my behavior, and then even, again, taking charge of things that I had, assignments that I had on the books that I needed to do, not wanting them to do them, not wanting to really be around people, not really wanting to have much conversation. That's when I began to realize, I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, something is wrong. I'm off. And then I sat in my office and I began to think, I'm like, wait a minute, I'm dealing with depression. And it was so ironic that it would sound funny, coming from me. What, you depressed? And I called my wife, and of course she was busy, was doing some things for herself. And I went to her, wanted to share with her what I was experiencing, but then I chose not to. So I came back in the office and called a dear brother of mine, and we talked about it. And I just asked the question, hey, have you ever dealt with depression? And he said, absolutely. And I asked him, I said, well, what are those symptoms? And he shared those symptoms with me, therefore confirming, yes, I was dealing with a spirit of depression. Now, some may say, look, again, as I stated before, look at me and say, well, how is that possible? For you, of all people. That's because I'm human. That's because I'm a man. And one of the things, and this is definitely, I want to talk to all my brothers out there, to the fathers, to our husbands, to our brothers, whomever you are, all our male figures, okay? Hey, you know what? We deal with the cares of life as well. We have to face, there are certain things in life, especially if we feel that things are not going as we plan. And especially if it seems that, like I'm going to take myself an example. I'm going to be very transparent here, especially as, there was one aspect in my life that I feel that I've been dealing with for the past 40 years. And it seems like every time I get a break or I'm getting ahead or things looking up, they're going good. Then next thing I know, something else will come along and knock me down. And I'm like, wait a minute, why do I continue to deal with this? And lo and behold, listen, things like that would cause you to question yourself, question your decisions that you make, question whether or not you are who you claim or proclaim to be. But nevertheless, though, it wears on your mental psyche. It does affect it. It's so funny and it was ironic that I began, after having that conversation with my friend, I went and I just Googled about signs of depression. And I found that it says that depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. And I was beginning to feel sad. I was beginning to lose interest, even with promoting my my YouTube channel, even with promoting, doing other things, taking initiative with some other things that I definitely needed to do. Yes, my whole mood swing had begun to change, and that was totally honest because I'm happy. I don't let nothing bothers me. That's what I always strive to do. And I have this saying, when people ask me how am I doing, I say to them, I'm better than great. I'm better than great. And why do I say this? Because I know that I'm always better off than somebody else or the next person next to me. I know that. That's how I live my life, not to have a care in this world. But you know what? In reality, deep down, brothers, yes, we do care. Yes, we do have feelings. And you know, I want to say this to you. It's okay to hurt. It's okay to have those feelings, just as I said to myself, you know what? Hey, you know what? I'm dealing with depression. You know, but the thing of it is that at least I'm okay saying it. I'm okay realizing. I'm okay acknowledging. Yeah, you know what? I'm depressed right now. It doesn't make me less of a man, and that's what I've come to the realization of. It doesn't make me a less of a man. I'm just being honest with who I am. And so, brothers, if you're hurting or things you feel in certain ways, listen, don't be afraid to admit it. It's okay. Don't be afraid to confide into somebody that whom you can confide into, and they can encourage you. They can give you that spunk. You know, my friend, he told me, he said, but listen, there is much to you than what you may be looking at. Keep pressing. Keep pressing. And that's what I had to realize when I got up. I was like, you know what? Let me go back to making my videos. Let me go back to recording these videos. Let me go back to doing these things. No. You know, then finally, you know, when, you know, you had that pillow talk at night, I shared it with my wife. Baby, I'm dealing with depression. She didn't say anything. I just asked her to pray for me. You know, keep me in her prayers. She didn't say anything. We went on to sleep. Then she got up that morning, came to me and just hugged me. She asked me one question I didn't answer. You know what? She didn't force me to answer it. She just let me just rest in her bosom just for that moment. She just hugged me and loved me. I just felt that she cared. You know what? Letting me know, hey, sweetie, no matter what you're going through, I got you. No matter what you're encountering, what we encounter as a family, as a whole, as a couple, I got you. And you know what? I appreciated that. I appreciated that. So listen, don't quit no matter what you do. And to my surprise, I was so surprised that when I looked at depression, that it focused right on mental health. And there was so much information about mental health issues. And I've come to the realization that a lot of us men, a lot of women as well, even some children, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm talking to my brothers out there. And yes, we deal with mental issues. And you know, and if I didn't have that support staff around me, guess what? I can only imagine where my mindset would be even right now. Because when you don't have an outlet where you can really be transparent with what you're going through, these are things that at times, you know, that when it weighs on your mind and it seems that you have no way out. You know, I could see why at times it would cause a person to feel that suicide is their only answer. But we're here to tell you, no, it's not, bro. No, it's not. There's somebody out there that's there to support you. Somebody that's around you that cares about what you are experiencing. But nevertheless, I found 10 things that I want to share with you that it says that you should utilize for coping with depression. Okay. And one of them says that you ought to talk to a therapist. You know, why? Because, you know, they may be able to help you adjust, you know, with your lifestyle, give you those answers and help to that. Just have, you know what? Just having somebody to talk to, you know, may be an example or way of allowing you to minimize that stress that you're going through. Oh, and to cope with those things that do cause you to stress. Oh, the next thing it says that you ought to express yourself in writing. You know, my dear friend, my brother whom I talked to, he said that with me. He told me that. You know, he said to me, he said, listen, He said, man, you need to create a journal for yourself, you know, and because it will help you to relieve that stress that you're encountering, you know. He says that you ought to boost your self-image, by practice positive thinking, by focusing on your thoughts, on your best qualities. You know, again, that was something else that my friend shared with me. You know, hey, no, think on the positive things about yourself. In essence, hey, listen, there's a lot of good in you. Don't let it go. Don't let it go. Think on the good things. Don't think on the bad things. Think on the good things. Okay. It tells us to stick to, number 4 was to stick to a schedule. You know, and that's a schedule and activity that you have to do every day. And in reading that, I'm like, you know what? Yes. Yeah, let me stick with my routine. Let me not get down in the gutter. Let me not get down on myself. It tells, number 5, stay involved. You know, in essence, stay connected with those who you love. Don't disconnect from them, because that's exactly when you disconnect, that's when you find yourself hanging on the ledge, standing on the ledge. You're just ready to jump because you feel that you are by yourself. Depend on others, you know, allow yourself to lean on your loved ones. Allow yourself to connect with them. If you don't have your close loved ones, then reach out, just like I did, to someone who do care. Reach out to a friend, a close friend. Reach out to someone who you trust. You know, the other thing, it says, number 7, get some sleep. Sleep well, but not where you got the covers pulled over your head, you know, and you don't want to be bothered. No, but rest your body. Give your body rest. Exercise. That's the other thing it says to do. You know, enjoy the emotional benefits of exercise. You know, get busy. That's what it's saying. Don't quit living, if you ask me. Don't quit living. And one of the other things that I say, it says say no to liquor. I would say no to any drugs or alcohol, anything that would, what's the word I'm looking for? That will alter these self-altering drugs and things, substances that we can allow ourselves to connect to. No, you don't need those things, you know. Always maintain, no matter what, a healthy lifestyle. And if you like to eat, do. Surprisingly, it said that. But, you know, depression is real. You know, but brothers, listen, whatever you do, man, don't quit on yourself. Get help if you need it. Yeah, I know sometimes, you know, it just seems like the whole world is totally against you. But whatever you do, don't stop living. Don't stop living. And it's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay at times, because yes, we want to be impactful. We want to make a difference for our families. We want to make a difference for our children. We want to be there for our children. Yes, but every time we look around, it seems that we keep getting knocked down. But you know what? Doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down. What matters is how many times you get up. So no matter what, you get up from there and you be effective. You live your life. If you only have one good thing about you, then you grab a hold of that one good thing and you keep ministering, using it to minister and to speak to yourself. That's what you do. And last but not least, one of the most important things that you should do for yourself, as it says in 1 Peter, that you ought to cast all your cares upon God. Why? Because he cares for you. If you like what I said, if what I've said has been any way helpful to you, how about leave a comment for me? Leave your comment in the comment section for me. And while you're there, how about like, subscribe, and share this video. And we'll see you in the next video. No matter what, don't stop living. God bless.